Scientists from different countries, from Senegal, Algeria, Mauritania, and also from Pakistan and Turkey. I have been given task to present some lecture based on the theme which has been given by ComSec and also ComStech, because this is a joint venture which is being executed today with Mauritanian agriculture specialists and also the organization. I have to present 3 lectures in this event, but before that, I would like to briefly introduce myself, that what is my academic achievement basically. I have been working as a scientist, as a professor in Agriculture University, Faisalabad, and then I was elevated to the slot of Vice Chancellor, President of 2 different universities. And also I have been heading our national organization, Pakistan Science Foundation, as a chairperson, as a president for a period of 3 years. And currently I am heading a private sector university, which is the largest private sector university, University of Lahore, as a rector or as a president or the Vice Chancellor. This is my brief introduction. I have been associated with agriculture for the last 35 years and have been visiting different countries, have been looking at different ecological habitats, also the agricultural system in different countries. We've been to Chad, myself and Dr. Iqbal Chaudhry, the Coordinator General of ComStech. We've been together. Also, we met the OIC Secretary General, talked a lot about the development, particularly in terms of agriculture. So we will be with you for 2 days, and then we will be deliberating on different issues related to agriculture and also the agricultural knowledge and the system which we want to adopt for promoting agriculture in this region. Advances in agriculture, because nowadays a lot of new tools have been discovered and new developments are coming up in terms of some software, in terms of some hard equipments, and also in terms of some advanced technologies to promote agriculture in all different countries, whether they lie in tropical, subtropical, or temperate region. So I have chosen this topic because lately a lot of has been happened with the advent of new tools like artificial intelligence and IT technologies, which have been focusing particularly on promoting agriculture in different areas. So agriculture is in fact an art, science and business, as well as of raising crops and rearing of birds and animals through exploitation of our natural resources, which could be air, water, soil, and many other components of both water and soil. So agriculture remains a vital component of the global economy and society. Its role is providing food, employment, industrial, raw material, etc. How to feed 10 billion? This is a question, very hard question for all of us, particularly for the regulator and also for the policy makers, that how we will be feeding 10 billion people, particularly when we will be touching 2050. How do we feed to 10 billion people? In particularly at the global level, 56 or more food is being fed to the existing population, but we will be requiring more 56% to feed 10 billion people. So in this way, there is a lot of pressure on both the government entities and also the farming community, that how we can feed our population when there will be a tremendous growth in terms of increase in population. Who produces and what type of foods are being produced in different countries? For example, wheat in Central Asian states and also Middle East, Pakistan, India. Also cement, you see, is very, very popular. And some region they are producing cotton, some edible oils, some like sugarcane and cassava, etc. So different regions, they have different habitats. As I have already apprised you, that tropical countries, temperate countries, and subtropical countries, they have different ecological habitats. That's why different crops are adapted to pertinent environmental conditions. Role of agriculture in economy. Some countries, they are having a lot of dependence on agriculture. For example, in Pakistan, we have almost 20% contribution of agriculture to the GDP. And if you look at China, India, they are depending to a large extent on agriculture, and they are generating about $952 billion US from agriculture productivity. India, 381 US through agriculture. So they are earning large sum of money, and they are putting in a lot of efforts to develop their GDP. Now, Pakistan at a glance, that how far we are doing and what crops are the major. We have 5 major crops in Pakistan: wheat, rice, sugarcane, cotton, and maize. So 3 are food crops, 1 is sugar crops, and the other is fiber and oil crop like cotton. So in addition to 5 major crops, we have minor crops, and we also grow like guar, like pearl millet, like sorghum, etc. So in different regions, in different habitats, because we have about more than 10 ecological zones in Pakistan, so we grow specific crops in different regions. Ranking in the world, if you look at different crops which are being produced in Pakistan and their ranking at world level, at global level. So we are, in terms of sugarcane and mango and guava, we are 4th in the world. Citrus 15th, maize 16th, and then cotton 5th position in the world, and then wheat 8th position in the world. So in different crops, we have different global positioning and different global status as compared to different type of crops which are being grown in different countries. Major challenges to food security. Rising population, in fact, you know very well the factor. Then rapid urbanization, because we are converting arable land, cultivable land, to urban territories. Also, diversification of diet patterns in different societies, in different population, in different countries, that we are changing our food habits. Then increase food demand. Definitely in areas like these African countries and least developed countries, we need more food and also the balanced food. Then rising food prices everywhere in any market. If you go around, every day there is an increase in prices like cotton, sugarcane, wheat, rice, etc. Then decline purchasing power, because due to inflation and many other factors, our power to purchase or procure something becoming downward, you see. Then falling water tables is also a problem, because in most of the country, the water table is going down, and we have to depend on energy, and also we have to put in a lot of resources to take out water from the deep layers. Then low irrigation efficiency in many countries. The irrigation system is not well developed, so they are depending on primitive system, so that's why they are wasting a lot quantity of water. Then increased soil erosion, we are also doing, some naturally or maybe man-made, we are eroding the soil and destroying the soil structure. Then climate change, in fact, because everybody knows, as Dr. Usman was talking in his presentation, that there is a tremendous impact of climate change in every region because there is a turbulence in weather in all conditions, which used to be very classified, very much primitive. Now they have been changed rapidly. Then depleting water and limited land availability for agriculture. In some regions, there is not sufficient land available for cultivation. So these are the major factors which have been listed, and then food losses, waste, etc. Inefficient food distribution system. Some awful people, they have more food availability as compared to the poor or poverty-ridden people. So that's why there are the major factor, prominent factors, which are affecting the food security in not only in Pakistan, in all countries lying in this region. Agriculture evolution. There is a history and evolution of agriculture. Because first revolution, the mechanization, it took place in 1760 to 1830. In that era, there was a need to develop implements like tractor and other machinery. Then in second revolution, there was a need of pesticide development because to control diseases and also to control the pests. Then third revolution, which is referred to as Green Revolution, and credit goes to Borlaug, Norman Borlaug, the Nobel laureate, who has been heading CIMET, you see, as a Director General for many, many years. And he was the person of developing short stature, Mexipak and other such varieties, which caused, which controlled the famine in all these countries, particularly in the developing regions. Then fourth revolution, the genetics, end of the 1980s. So GMO crops, etc., genetically modified organism. This concept was developed in 1980s. And then the fifth revolution, precision farming. Now everybody is focusing on using precision agriculture in their system if they have to promote, if they have to increase the agricultural productivity. Then sixth revolution, use of AI. This is the current era. So we all, whether we are from medical sciences, from engineering, from any other discipline, even agriculture, you see, we have to entirely depend on AI, artificial intelligence, and all the tools which we will be talking, at a later stage. A transition from tradition to technology revolution, because Green Revolution, as I told you in the last slide, that it was developed in 1960s, and it overcame the food insecurity issues by growing short stature wheat and rice. Now, key driving factor associated technology and advanced agriculture, the land, labor. We have to optimize the technology in agriculture, then we have to optimize the resources, then agriculture production. We can enhance by optimizing all agricultural technologies, by using judicially the land, and also we have to train our labor. We have to use judicially the water resources, fertilizer, pesticide, and also we have to take on board industry. And then we can enhance our economic growth. Use of GPS and IoT in farming. These are the technological advances nowadays, because global positioning system is in vogue for the last many, many years, and also Internet of Things in farming represents a significant progress towards smart agriculture. Smart agriculture term was in fact introduced by FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization. This is the international organization. You know all, if you are associated with agriculture or plant sciences, you must be knowing the role of FAO. So smart agriculture can be done by using GPS and also IoT, Internet of Things. The other technological advances, agriculture product grading. By using AI, we can grade our fruit or even the grains, you see, in a uniform manner. If we have to have a uniform size fruit and we have to grade, we can use AI tools and we can do it. Also automated irrigation system. So people in advanced country and also some progressive farmers in even developing countries, they are using now very automated system of irrigation by watering plants, I mean in a systematic way, that we should not waste additional amount of water. We should save water and we should provide water to the crops in a manner whereby we can judiciously utilize the water resources. Use of drones for spraying, and particularly my friend Yasser Niaz, he will be talking about drone because he has been conducting a mega project. He is still conducting with the German government, with the German university. Is the mega project, and he has been using drones for spraying and also drone for assessing the nutritional composition of the soil and plants. Robotic concept of harvesting. This is also a new concept because in many entities, many systems, robots are being used. Even in surgery, robots are being used. Even for medical application, robots are being used. And it's a very easy to use robots for agricultural productivity. Smartphones and application. You know, in Pakistan, we have developed so many systems and apps, computer apps, wherein we can assess many of the features of soil, plant, or even the climate. For example, GIS information, the PETAFA, this was the system, this was the tool which was developed by the government of Pakistan. Then for soil assessment, land PKS, this is also Pakistan Development Board, they have developed this soil assessment system. Then Pocket AI, this is for irrigation, monitoring irrigation, and also providing water to different crops judicially. Then eComfort for fertilizer application. Then Weed Smart for management of weeds. Then Village Tree for the management of pest management. Then Fertig ULF for fertigation, and for spraying and land management. There are so many apps which have been given to our common farmer. Smartphone sensor in agriculture system, image sensor, accelerometer, then gyroscope, GPS, inertial sensor, barometer, etc. They all are being used for monitoring soil, plant, or even the irrigation system. Then genetic innovation. This is very important because genetically modified organisms, they were developed in 1980s, and since then people are struggling and doing a lot of effort to produce GMO crops. And this with the incorporation, with the addition of exotic gene or the DNA they have to change the genome and also produce very viable and healthy disease-free crops. GWAS, this is Genome-Wide Association Study. It was developed in 2005 by Wellcome Trust, because Wellcome Trust, they are funding in large sum of money in terms of research grants. Then genome editing, CRISPR-Cas, because all I have heard about CRISPR-Cas, I mean in medical sciences, in animal sciences, in plant sciences, even in microbiology, etc., they all are using CRISPR-Cas to edit the appropriate gene. And credit goes to two ladies scientists, Donna from Berkeley, USA, and then Emmanuel Charpentier from France, is a French scientist. So they both were awarded Nobel Prize on the basis of their discovery on genome editing technique. This was CRISPR-Cas. Then RNA interference, this is also being done. I mean, genetically, you have to use RNA-I. So by using that, you can check, you can also fine-tune the system of transcription and translation, particularly at the metabolic level, and you can mutate the gene. Then seq-RNA, this is a new technology in 2024, in June 2024. The paper was published in Nature Communication. So seq-RNA is an additional editing tool which has a flexibility and accuracy as compared to CRISPR-Cas. And seq-RNA implies a programmable RNA strand that can directly pinpoint sites for insertion in genetic sequences, making simple the editing process accurately by reducing the errors which occur due to CRISPR-Cas. So this is the fine-tuned system of seq-RNA. A novel gene technique, also called TATC, transposase-assisted target site integration. This is also a new technology. The paper has been published in Nature, and they are doing transposable element or jumping gene. The primitive terminology is jumping gene, and by doing that, they can precisely mutate the pertinent gene, the appropriate gene, and then they can make changes. Another new genome editing tool, which is called click editors. The click editors is a fusion protein that include the RNA, three different types of proteins. And it's also a very precise technique for editing a desired gene. So the paper has been published in Nature Biotechnology 2024, is a very recent development, and people are now working to fine-tune the genome editing tool. New genetic editing technique, allele cell, has been developed to modify wild population with the less risk and more acceptability, because the errors in genome editing is very common. So that's why, to avoid any error in gene editing, so this technique, allele cell, has been developed. So these gene editor that traits and fates of wild population that are more acceptable to the society, because there are a lot of criticisms and lot of concern of the society on GMO crops. So that's why once the genetic engineer, they precisely and accurately edit the gene, definitely they will be acceptable to the society. So genome editing with the AI, artificial intelligence. So Michael Palmgren of University of Copenhagen has reported the importance of gene editing techniques to introduce traits into our common crops by altering their colors, differing from that of weeds. So they can produce, the system whereby they can recognize the different or the changes in color, and they can erode the weeds from the form. Gene innovation, nutritionally enhanced crops, and due to genetically modified or due to genome editing, people have now developed new crops which are high yielding and which are also of high quality. Vertical and urban farming. This is also a new system. You must have seen in social media that many scientists, many researchers, and also particularly the agriculturists, they are focusing on the use of hydroponics and aeroponics, and also the vertical type of farming system, wherein you don't need to have a lot area of soil or land. You see, only on a wall you can grow some crops. Vertical and urban farming, this is the rooftop gardens. You can also rooftop garden. I mean, you can use the roof and you can grow different types of vegetable and also other crops of your own need on rooftops. And people have been doing, I mean, in many countries, you see this system. Then crop diversification, climate smart agriculture, as I talked earlier and discussed climate smart agriculture because this is the term which was coined by FAO. Infrastructure and technology, then interactive nature of enterprise, resource endowments, then shift in consumption. So this will make the crops diversified. Climate smart agriculture, reducing greenhouse gas emission. This is also very important because we need to sequester carbon dioxide from our system because carbon dioxide is enhancing in the system, and that's why the temperature is rising. So we have to focus on because SDGs, if we look at Sustainable Development Goals, so the 13th goal is climate action or climate change. So looking at, because many of the countries, they have signed the agreement at the UNO level that we will be reducing the carbon dioxide. So we have to have more crops on land area, and also we have to devise our system in the soil to capture more carbon dioxide and to reduce from the atmosphere. Then carbon farming, this is also the same. I mean, we have to grow more crops, more vegetation, and there will be less production of carbon dioxide. Challenges and future in the last two slides. There are many challenges because if we are looking for a different system, different agricultural tools, the modern technologies, definitely there are challenges, and these challenges are mitigating the impact of climate change on crop productivity and resilience, then addressing food security concern during growing global population, then reducing the environmental footprint of agriculture. We have to carbon dioxide, we have to reduce the carbon dioxide, and also including water usage and chemical inputs. Future direction, we need to adopt precision agriculture technologies, as I discussed in my talk, and also we have to develop genetically modified crops with enhanced resilience and nutritional contents. We have to improve the quality and quantity by adopting the genetic techniques which I have shown you in my presentation because new advances related to gene editing are coming up, and all scientists, all eminent agriculture, they claim that one technology is preferable to the other one. So integration of digital agriculture tools and big data, etc. So we have to trigger our government, our policy maker, and also the regulator, that they should adopt the new technologies, lag behind in our competition with other countries regarding ensuring food security. Thank you very much.
Thank you.